The Great Base Topspin Backhand. We're going to talk about the topspin backhand, both one-handed and two-handed. Your body goes through 4 kinetic links. All body links start from the ground up. Link number 1, foot to knee. Link number 2, knee to hip. Link number 3, hip to shoulder. Arm and racket act as the 4th link. So on the two-handed backhand, first we turn, then we begin to rotate and elevate. When we begin our unturn, it goes foot to knee, knee to hip, hip to shoulder, arm and racket become the 4th link. The most problem people are faced with is that they lay the racket too far back. 1, 2, 3 is lined up and 4 is laid. You want to keep the racket on the same side of the body, not the opposite side of the body, to make sure that the 4th link is on time. When it comes to grips, there's no right or wrong grip. There is the grip that puts the wrist and hand in the least awkward position. So, with the two-handed backhand, we go knuckle and heel pad on the very top bevel, an Eastern backhand grip. Continental will put more stress on the wrist and hand, and an Eastern forehand grip will put even more stress than the Continental. We're looking for knuckle and heel pad to be on the right edge of the top bevel for righties. Left hand is an Eastern forehand grip. There's no gap in between the two hands. The racket goes over the bridge, drops down the elevator and up the hill. Whatever my racket does, my body does at the same time. Body and racket are high, body and racket are low, body and racket are lifting. Topspin, both one-handed and two-handed, is a circular lifting motion. We're looking for the largest hitting zone known to man. So what that means is that as I bottom out and I get my hand in the slot, then my racket will swing out away from my body. It's in my best interest to keep my strings lined up to my target because I don't know the exact moment the ball is going to hit my strings. If I pull out, I'm going to have all sorts of issues. So the topspin two-handed backhand, it sets up high, and the reason why it's high is you want to play tennis with gravity, not against gravity. The racket remains nose level in the preparation, left elbow up on a shelf. These specific details are what develops a tennis player. Right arm is straight, right arm comes into the chest. I mentioned left arm up on a shelf. The racket stays close to me inside. When I bottom out, it goes outside, away from my body. Notice how the head of the racket stays pointed to my left all the way up to the finish. So it's going 1, 2, 3, 4. Body and racket will rotate and elevate. The wrists are completely locked. Left shoulder to chin. Front foot plants itself on a 45 degree to the net. The larger the step out, the higher the level the player. The reason for the step is that it drops you below the ball. It has nothing to do with power. That is a myth. But the step will drop body and racket below the ball. Now I can produce plenty of topspin. On the one-hander, my 4 kinetic links remain the same, but the body does different things. Right, so we're using the same Eastern backhand grip. Right arm hyperextended. Most important link is the right shoulder. It's a lifting socket from the right shoulder. Right hand drops to the left knee once it bottoms out. Then and only then it swings out away from the body. Ring finger to target, where the strings track out towards the intended target for the longest period of time. We lift the trunk of the car. Notice how the head of the racket stayed pointed to my left to prevent shots from being struck wide. Again, we're up over the bridge. We drop down the elevator as we go up the hill. Watch how I spread my wings. My left hand decompresses back, which allows my racket to travel faster. The left arm is a reactive brake used as a power source. Left arm pulls back, right arm travels faster. When I finish, I am looking for a straight line from both palms of my hands. You'll notice when you watch people play tennis, it's more like this. Their swing is not matching the dimensions of the court. It's in my best interest to get my swing to match the dimensions of the tennis court. We finish in what's known as the ATA position, air the armpit. Top spin, great base backhand.